Welcome guys to another andBeyond motorcycle session. We talk about what's new in the industry, who's doing what to expect, and new arrivals. You see what urban adventures is out there for the beginner and also the hardcore adventure rider. Thanks. We look at equipment, what we need to use, new techniques, and how we evolve as riders in general. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride with us. Cheers.
It's not the day you climb on your bike and leave. Adventure riding starts a month, 2 months before, when you get the idea.
That's right.
Then you start the planning, and then you start your route planning, and all of these little bits and pieces we do is part of the adventure.
That's right.
How we're going to pack our bike, what bags we need, when are we going. So when you actually climb on your bike, 50% of the adventure has been done. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You've kind of, and now
the experience starts way before the ride.
Yes, and
I like that. I like that.
So now when you're climbing on your bike, 50% of it's been done and expectation has been created in your mind, and your routes have all been done in it. And as you know, in life, nothing goes like that is planned, and that's why it's an adventure ride and not a ride.
That's right.
And all the way through the adventure, and when you get back home, that feeling of pulling into your garage after coming home safely after 2 weeks around the country.
A weathered man,
tired, you never want to sit on a bike again, you've done so many kilometers. But just that self-satisfaction of finishing, getting home, taking off your kit.
That's right.
Sitting down, climbing into a hot shower for the first time in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And then the adventure carries on, because it's then unpacking your bike, cleaning your bike, packing away all your stuff, and then of course what you've learned, because every single ride you go on,
that's right,
you will learn something, and you'll never stop learning. And especially when you ride with a group of people, everybody's got their own ideas, and that's what's so wonderful, and that's why I love campfires and talking about campfires, because that is the true essence of adventure riding. So for me, an adventure ride is almost becoming like a lifestyle, because you're thinking about it all the time.
And you know, it is 100% true. You know, the adventure continues, because even if you stop and we unpack, you know, whatever we took with for the ride, and we light a fire and we sit around the fire and we start discussing the ride we just did now 3 weeks ago or last year, that adventure comes back and we say, you know, this is what I saw, this is our experience, this is how I felt, you know. So the adventure really, like you said, doesn't stop when we come back home and start unpacking. It's almost inside of us.
Yeah, you okay, now what's next already?
Exactly.
When I'm coming home up the driveway, I'm thinking, okay, fine, this box has been ticked.
Yes.
Now what are we going to do next? And like I say, I don't want to cliche the word lifestyle, but it is. For us, it is what makes us tick. And,
exactly. I agree.
And it's the same as the 4x4 guys with their 4x4s.
That's right.
The same kind of principle, except we do it on 2 wheels. But we're the same kind of people. We want to go to places that not many people have been to. We want to do the tough rides, because those are the ones we all remember.
That's right.
We don't remember the easy rides. We remember the blood, sweat, and tears.
That's right.
But I only remember all my tough rides. I remember my fun rides. But you know, when I look at a map today and I say, I remember we did this route, done that route.
Yeah.
Been involved in the BMW world, we've always had a GS trophy, or it's been named a whole different lot of things.
That's right.
So every year we used to have a big trip.
And a get together.
COVID, yeah. And at its prime, we used to have 800 to 1,000 people on one trip. So it was really incredible, and the camaraderie and that. And the other brands had the same thing. Honda did it, KTM. I've been to a KTM an event. We're all the same people. Doesn't matter what brand you're talking.
That's right.
We all adventure riding. We all like adventure bikes.
That's right.
Which bike you choose is up to your personal.
It starts wide as a motorcycling community, and it kind of defaults to where you find your
niche,
your joy, or your niche. You know, whether it's adventure riding, urban adventures on a scooter, you know, a super bike, doesn't matter.
Whatever you want.
But it puts us in a community that we have a common love.
Yes.
And when we get together, it's almost this overarching energy that, you know, we all love the outdoors. We all love, you know, being in the elements. And
yeah, and
that to me is important.
And what I love about it is it's a leveler in life. When we stop,
Yes.
I don't care what, if you own 50 bikes or 10 bikes, or he doesn't care what I own. It's not about that. It's about taking your helmet off,
That's right.
sitting around the fire, having a cold drink or having a beer, and just talking about bikes and riding, and not even talking about everything else. And I think that's so important for today, because you know, we live in a very, very stressful world, and I think these kind of breakaways are so important for men. And I mean, ladies are now taking on adventure riding like you can't believe.
Absolutely.
I mean, we have a club of lady riders. They leave their husbands at home on the weekend. It's just quite funny.
Mow the lawn, I guess.
But even they're buggers.
I love it.
And it's incredible to see, and how they're happy and how they enjoy it.
Yes.
So I think today's time, and that you need to have some type of escape.
Yes,
And,
I agree.
I call it helmet time, and whether your ride's 15 minutes to work in the morning, or whether it's a 5-day ride to Eastern Transvaal, or whether it's around the country, or whether it's Namibia, I mean Botswana, Mozambique, I mean Zambia, Zimbabwe. I mean, these places are so beautiful to ride in.
Unbelievable. I mean,
and the people are so nice. And I've never been to one foreign country that I've not enjoyed and loved. So it's as wide and as broad as you want it to be.
Roger, I totally agree with you, and I want to share a story. It's not a story, it's an actual experience. Many years ago, when I was training, you know, in aviation, I was part of a riding group, and we didn't do hardcore adventures into Botswana, into the Moremi or any of that. We just did local ones. But for the 4 years I rode with them, I never knew what was each guy's profession in life. We rode as friends. We knew each other's names, and that's where it stopped. We never brought in, you know, he's the CEO of that, and you know, he's a marketing director, and he's in that, or she's in that, or it never featured. We arrived at a coffee shop, we exchanged thoughts, and we rode. And to me, that was freedom.
Yeah, and it was.
It's beautiful. You know,
and people kind of let loose the tie and shoes and the jackets, and nobody cares if you're riding in the same riding pants for 2 weeks. It doesn't matter. You know
that sounds like me.
That's how we do it, and that's what's good fun. And I think as long as you just maintain your core values in it,
that's it.
And you will always have a good time. Yeah,
that's it. Right. And so we come to an end of another andBeyond motorcycle session. We had a good chat with either the average rider or hardcore adventurer. Like myself, I sit there and I see if I can extract knowledge or wisdom or any small tip or golden nugget. I hope you got something out of this, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers, guys.